at kay sigla. Para bang nalilimutan ka? Panalangin ko sa Diyos, buhay ko ay pagpalain at maging matibay kahit na anong bigat ng suliranin ko sa bawat araw. Sana'y naroon ikaw. Sana'y naroon ikaw.
Good morning, class. Today, we will be discussing about the statement of changes in equity. As what you can see in our screen today, yung assets, liabilities, and equity, anong tawag natin dito? Ito yung tinatawag nating accounting equation, and I know that you are all familiar with this accounting equation. Alright? So, pagdating sa equity, saan ba natin makikita yung portion ng equity? Saang financial statement natin ito makikita? Ito ba ay makikita natin sa balance sheet? Ito ba ay makikita natin sa income statement? So, kung ang iniisip niyo ay balance sheet, tama kayo. No? Saang portion ng balance sheet ito makikita? 'Di ba sa balance sheet, meron tayong asset section, meron din tayong liability section, at syempre, meron tayong equity section, no? Kung saan makikita natin yung capital. At ito ngayon ang ating pag-uusapan. But before we move on furtherly with our topic, let us review the different forms of business organization. At itong organizations na ito ay inyo nang na-discuss or na-tackle noong kayo ay nasa subject na business ethics and social responsibilities. Okay? So we have major business organizations, no? The first one is yung sole proprietorship or single ownership. This is an entity whose assets, liabilities, income, and expenses are centered or owned by only one person. The owner of a sole proprietorship business is called the owner. The second one, partnership. It is an entity whose assets, liabilities, and income and expenses are centered or owned by two or more persons. The owners are called partners. Okay? Sa corporation naman, it is an entity whose assets, liabilities, income, and expenses are centered or owned by itself, being a legally separate entity from its owners. Owners are called the shareholders or stockholders of the company. So take note nyo guys yung mga terms na ginamit pagdating sa owner. Pagka single proprietorship, owner lang, that's it. Pag partnership, partners ang tawag. Siyempre, pag corporation, ang tawag sa kanila ay shareholders or stockholders. Now, let's get into the details of these major business organizations. Yung unahin natin yung single proprietorship. So, this is a business organization owned by one person. The owner of the sole proprietorship is the proprietor. In most cases, the proprietor is also the general manager of a sole proprietorship. As a general manager, he oversees the day-to-day operations of the sole proprietorship. He is more involved than other business owners. Sole proprietorships are relatively easy to organize. Pinakamadaling i-organize ang single proprietorship. Okay? Ano naman ang major disadvantages ng sole proprietorship? Unang-una, limited source of capital. Siyempre dahil nag-iisa ka lang, ikaw lang maglalabas ng pera. So kung konti lang ang pera mo, talagang limitado ang iyong capital. Okay? Proprietors unlimited liability. Okay. Siyempre kapag ang iyong business ay, 'di ba, nagkaroon ng maraming utang, okay? Tapos yung utang mo ay dapat bayaran at yung iyong pambayad o ng pambayad ng iyong business ay kulang na kulang, no? Magsa-suffer ka sa pagbabayad mula sa inyong sariling pera. Yan yung tinatawag nating unlimited liability. Okay? Business entities limited existence. Siyempre, kung mag-isa ka lang nagba-manage, no, at hindi mo na kaya, pagka nag-decide ka na hindi na ituloy, wala na, ganun talaga, limited existence. Okay? Kasi ikaw lang ang kumikilos. The sole proprietor is the major source of financing available for business. Another major disadvantage of sole proprietorship is the unlimited liability of the sole proprietor. Ito nga yung sinasabi natin kanina, no? Kapag na-bankrupt, magsasara. Okay? Kapag hindi na makabayad ng utang, nababankrupt, magsasara. Okay. In the Philippines, in case that the assets of a sole proprietorship are not enough to cover its existing liabilities, creditors can run after the personal assets of the owner. So, lastly, sole proprietorships have limited life. A sole proprietorship generally coexists with the sole proprietor. Ayan, di ba? So, yan yung mga disadvantages ng single ownership. Ang mga examples naman ito ay individuals rendering professional services like lawyers, physicians, dentists, accountants, at saka yung mga online sellers na nakikita natin. No, yung mga sari-sari store, isa pa yan. Okay, sila yung mga example ng single proprietorship. Now, partnership. So under Title 9, Chapter 1 of the Civil Code defines partnership as a contract where two or more persons bind themselves to contribute money, property, or industry to a common fund. So pinagsasama-sama nila yung kanilang mga contributions. Okay, with the intention of dividing the profits among themselves. These persons are called partners. Their agreement is contained in a document called Articles of Partnership. The ultimate goal of the partner is to divide the profits among themselves. Okay? Siyempre, pag kumita, i-divide yung income or yung profit kung ilan ang partner. Okay? A key advantage of partnership is the ease of organization as compared to a corporation. Okay, syempre, ang pinakamadali yung sa sole proprietorship. Susunod naman ang partnership and then yung corporation ang pinakamahirap. A contract of partnership may be oral or in writing as a general rule. Another advantage of a partnership is the entity's larger source of capital and expertise as compared to a sole proprietorship. Sabi nga natin, two heads are better than one. Okay? So, pag ma-manage, unang-una, no? Sabi nga natin sa partnership, hindi lang isang tao ang nagko-contribute ng capital, kundi may iba pa. Kaya, mas malaki ang kanilang fund. Sa expertise, o yun sabi ko nga, no? Mas maganda yung maraming nag-iisip. O, basta more than one. Para maraming ideas. Yan ang partnership. The third one, or the major disadvantage naman ng partnership, ay ang unlimited liability, kagaya ng sa sole proprietorship. Okay? Limited existence. Okay? Mutual agency of the partners. So generally, a partner's liability in the partnership can extend to his or her personal properties kagaya ng sa sole proprietorship. May partnership naman na hindi laging unlimited liability. Kasi meron tayong tinatawag na limited partner. Okay? Yung limited partner, ang kanyang sasagutin, 'di ba? Mula sa kanyang personal assets ay yung up to the extent lang nung kanyang capital contribution. Unlike the general partner, talagang unlimited unlimited liability. Okay? Partnerships also have limited existence. Yan. Generally, any change in the partnership may dissolve the entity. The most common reason for a partnership's dissolution is the death of one partner. Ayan, di ba? Kapag namatay ang iyong partner, wala na. Dissolve na ang partnership. Kapag umayaw ang isang partner, dissolve na ang partnership. Okay? Finally, mutual agency may also be a disadvantage to a partnership. Mutual agency means that each partner may bind the partnership and the other partner in business-related matters. For example, if one partner obtains a business loan on behalf of the partnership and the other partner are bound by the said loan. Okay? So, syempre, utang ng isa, utang ng buong lahat ng partners. Okay? At syempre, isa pa sa nakikita nating disadvantage ng partnership ay yung 'di ba, kapag hindi kayo nagkasundo, yung mga partners ay hindi magkasundo kung anong desisyon ang kanilang susundin. Okay? At normally, no, dito sa atin, no, ang daming mga magbe-best friends ang nawawala, no? Hindi na sila nagiging magkaibigan dahil sa pagiging sosyo sa negosyo kasi hindi nagkakasundo. So, kapag nangyari sa partnership, wala na, nasira na yung kanilang pagkakaibigan at marahil ang partnership, yung kanilang business. So, common examples of partnerships are the law firms and accounting firms. Yan. Corporation. So, corporation as artificial being. In the eyes of the law, a corporation is an artificial being independent of its owners. A corporation has a name and birth date or the incorporation date, just like a normal person. As an artificial being, a corporation has rights, powers, and attributes. Here is an example of a right of a corporation. It can acquire its own property. Diba? The names, powers, objectives, and registered address of a corporation are included in a document called the Articles of Incorporation. Okay. Artificial being, ibig sabihin, may separate juridical personality ang corporation mula sa kanilang mga owners. Okay? At syempre, dahil artificial being corporation ito ay magbabayad ng tax ng kanyang sarili na iba pa doon sa tax na binabayaran ng mga may-ari. Okay. Owners of a corporation are called stockholders, also called shareholders. Generally, stockholders have right to vote, dividends, and new stock issues. Right to vote pertains to stockholders' ability to participate in significant decisions. Ayan, di ba? By decision making powers sila. Making agenda of the corporation through voting. Voting in a corporation is generally proportional to the number of shares held by the stockholder. All right? The major advantage of a corporation is the centralization of management through the board of directors. The board of directors exercises functions over the corporation. Kaya ang corporation talagang complex yan. Okay? They protect the interest of the stockholders. Another advantage of corporate organization is its long existence. Generally, corporations in the Philippines are given a life of 50 years subject to renewal. Ownership of corporation may be inherited by respective heirs of the original owners. 'Di ba? Unlike sa partnership, no? Partnership, kapag namatay si partner o ang isang partner, dissolve na ang partnership. Dito hindi, no? Kahit mamatay ang stockholder, pwedeng ilipat sa kanyang anak ang pagmamay-ari o ang kanyang share. The liabilities of a corporation may not extend to the stockholders, unlike the sole proprietorship and partnership. Okay? Stockholders are only liable to the extent of their original investment in the corporation. Yan talaga yung pinaka basic sa corporation, no, sa stockholders. Pero meron tayong tinatawag na ano pa rin dyan. May common stockholders at merong preferred stockholders. At normally guys, kapag nababankrupt din ang korporasyon, yung mga common stockholders, kapag talagang hindi nakakayanin ng assets ng kumpanya, no, up to the extent of their personal property, dadama yan, makabayad lang. The major disadvantage of a corporation is its stringent requirements for registration. Ibig sabihin guys, sobrang tagal ng proseso para pa lang sa incorporation or organization at malaki na ang iyong magagastos. So also, corporations are subjected to heavy government regulation through the SEC or Securities and Exchange Commission. Okay? At corporations are also subjected to double taxation. The income of the corporation in itself will be subjected to a corporate income tax of 30%. If the corporation decides to declare dividends to stockholders, the dividends are again subjected to a withholding tax. So, ibig sabihin, may income tax na 30%, meron pa rin tax na dinideduct sa dividends na binibigay sa mga stockholders. Okay. Now, bago sa ating pagpapatuloy, no, gawin nga natin ito, class. Kumuha kayo ng inyong mga papel kahit kayo ay nasa bahay. Okay? At gawin natin ito. First one, list down your assets or anything that you own. Okay? Make sure to write its specific monetary value. Okay? Isulat nyo nga yung inyong mga property. Halimbawa, yung inyong mga cellphone, yung inyong computers, ano pa ba ang inyong mga pag-aari dyan sa inyong bahay, no? Isulat nyo sa papel yan. Ilagay nyo rin kung magkano ang value niya. Pangalawa, list down all your liabilities or the amount you owe from anyone. May mga pinagkakautangan ba kayo? Sa inyong mga friends, sa inyong mga kaklase, o sa iba pa na kailangan ninyong bayaran. O isulat nyo rin yan dyan sa papel. Okay, pangatlo, ganito ang gawin natin. Yung value na sinulat nyo sa number 1, bawasan ninyo ng value na isinulat ninyo sa number 2. Ibawas nyo yan. So, ang tanong, how much is your personal equity and what can you say about it? Okay, magkano na ba yung natira? Yan yung tinatawag nating personal equity. Okay, so kung magkano man yan, o kung ano man yung nilagay nyo sa number 1, number 2, no, i-comment niyo yung inyong sagot. Okay? So, sa ating pagpapatuloy, what is a statement of changes in equity? No? Statement of changes in equity. Changes, pagbabago sa equity. Given the accounting equation, assets is equals liabilities plus capital, we can see that capital equity is the residual value. Okay, ano itong residual value, di ba? Sabi nga natin, no, asset. Yung assets mo, binawasan mo ng liabilities. Okay, ang natira yung capital mo o yung equity mo. Diba? Yan na yung residual value mo. After we deduct liabilities from the assets. If a business has too much claim of the business assets and capital, it means that this business has a very small amount of liabilities. Kapag mas maraki daw yung interest mo dun sa yung asset at capital, ibig sabihin mababa yung iyong liability o yung mga dapat mong bayaran. But it doesn't mean that this business actually is earning good. Okay? Hindi ibig sabihin niya na nag-earn siya ng maganda. On the other hand, a business can also earn with high assets even with small claims in capital because that business is operating with higher liabilities. O, kabaliktaran naman to. Ito naman, nagbabayad ka ng malaki sa yung pagkakautang, di ba? Kaya sabi, small claims na lang ang iyong makukuha mula sa iyong assets and capital. Ayan. Now, the four main financial statements. Okay? Reviewin nga natin. Yung una ay yung financial condition or balance sheet. Second one, yung income statement. The third one, ito yung statement of changes in equity. At the fourth one, the statement of cash flow. Okay? At ngayon, tayo ay nandito sa statement of changes in equity. Okay, next week naman, yung cash flow naman. All changes, whether increases or decreases to the owner's interest on the company during the period are reported in the statement of changes in equity. This is prepared before the preparation of the statement of financial position in order to obtain the updated ending balance of owner's equity. Anong sabi rito, no? Piniprepare daw muna itong statement of changes in equity bago ang balance sheet. Kasi dapat sa balance sheet, 'di ba, sa third part niya, no, dun sa equity portion, dapat naka-prepare na 'yan. Kaya dapat ito munang statement of changes in equity kasi balance na lang ang ilalagay mo doon. Okay? Pero yung flow, no, ng iyong yung galaw ng iyong equity or capital, dito makikita sa statement of changes in equity. So below is an example of SCE for a sole proprietorship business. Take note, for a sole proprietorship business. Same as true with the previous financial statements, no? We have the heading like this one, Santos Printing Services. Then the second line is statement of owner's equity. Take note, owner's equity. Naka-highlight. And then third line is for the year ended December 31, 2019. So yan yung heading. Okay? Tingnan muna natin yan. Heading is composed of the following: name of the company, name of the statement, and date of preparation. Sabi, do not forget to use the word for the. So, parang sa income statement. Okay? For the year ended December 31, 2019. Sapagkat pinapakita nito, guys, yung naging flow, galaw ng iyong equity section or ng iyong capital mula sa beginning. Anong beginning to? Yung January 1, 2019 hanggang December 31, 2019. Okay. Before the increases to equity is written, the initial investment is listed first right after the heading. Okay? So, ayan, no? Santos Capital, beginning. So, yan yung initial investment. Or, kung baga, noong date na ano to? December 31, 2018, ito yung kanyang ending. Huwag kayo ma-confuse, class, ha? Okay? Beginning siya noong January 1, 2019. Okay? Kasi, ano yan eh, carry over na lang yan. No? Or forwarded from December 31, 2018. Diba? Yung ending capital balance ay naging beginning pagdating ng susunod na taon. Ayan. Initial investment is the very first investment of the owner to the company that is also labeled as the beginning capital. Number 2, increases in equity is composed by the following net income for the year. This can be taken from the statement of comprehensive income. Okay, next is additional investment. These are additional investments made by the owner of the company. Balikan natin. Ito yung increases to equity. Dagdag daw ito. Okay? Yung net income for the year 2019. Diba? Meron tayong resulta ng operation ng business na makikita natin sa income statement from January 1 to December 31, 2019. Okay? Tapos, yung additional investment nilagak sa business for the whole year 2019 or within the year 2019. Okay? So, yun yung additional investment. Okay. The third one is decreases to equity. Okay, ano-ano ba yung mga nagpapabawas sa equity? Diba? Tingnan natin to. Less Santos drawings for the year. Okay? Nag-withdraw. Diba? Pag nag-withdraw ka, bawas capital yon. Okay? So, ayan, no? Santos drawings for the year. Santos Capital December 31, 2019. Okay? Basta yan yung decreases natin. Tingnan natin dito, ha? Ayan. So, ano-ano ang mga magpapabawas sa equity natin? Unang-una, yung net loss for the year. Okay? Makikita pa rin ito sa ating income statement. So, kapag kang lumabas dun sa operation ng business mo, lugi ka, loss. Yan, kabawasan yun sa equity. Kung income, syempre, dagdag sa equity. Okay, ano pa yung magpapabawas ng equity? Withdrawals by the owner. Okay? So, yan yung mga magpapabawas sa ating capital. After which, the ending capital that shows the updated balance of owner's equity by the end of the year. Balikan natin. Okay? So, itong 145,000, ito yung balanse ng kapital December 31, 2019. After nung beginning, tapos dagdag, tapos binawasan. Ito na yung kanyang balanse. Okay, 145,000. Next one is an example of an statement of changes in equity for a partnership business. Tingnan nyo ang heading. The second line, statement of changes in partners equity, hindi owners, Pagka partnership, partners equity dapat. Okay, so ganun pa rin, beginning. Okay? Tapos, dito nga lang, since partnership to, i-list mo kung ilan ang partner's contribution. Kung ilan ang partner, halimbawa dito, 3 lang sila. Diba? Ilagay nyo rito ang capital contributions ng bawat isa. Ayan. Pati yung mga magiging parte nila sa net income. So, makikita natin yan sa computation. Okay? So, same pa rin. Ilalagay nyo pa rin dito, papakita nyo pa rin yung increases at saka decreases sa equity. Okay? So, the statement of changes in partner's equity is used by partnership instead of the statement of changes in owner's equity. The difference between the two are as follows. Title, partners, okay? There are two or more owners in a partnership, thus the changes in capital account of each partner is presented. Okay, yun nga yung pinapakita natin dito, di ba? Partner 1, partner 2, partner 3. So, papakita natin yung galaw ng bawat capital account nila. The net income is divided between partners depending on their partnership agreement. Okay, take note. Partnership agreement. Okay, paano ba makukompute ang contribution ng bawat isa kung nagkaroon ng net income ang business? Diba? Paano siya i-distribute sa bawat partner? No? Yan ngayon ang sasagutan ninyo sa ating question of the week. Therefore, in reference to your business math topic ratio or from the ratio and proportion na topic nyo, answer the following problem. Do, Re, Mi are partners. Their capital contributions are as follows. Do has 100,000 capital, Re has 80,000 capital, and Mi has 150,000 capital. By the end of the year 2020, they had their net income of 120,000 pesos and they decided to add that amount to their business capital. So required, show the solution on how they would split up the net income according to their individual capital contribution. How much would be their additional individual share to their business capital from the business net income? Okay, so we're talking about the pro rata or prorating para makompute ninyo ang individual share pagdating dun sa magiging dagdag nila sa kanilang capital mula sa 120,000 na net income. Okay, so your answers i-comment ninyo sa ilalim. Okay, ng ating video lesson. So ituloy natin. Below is an example of SCE for a corporation naman. Okay, sa corporation, sa heading niya, Statement of Changes in Shareholders Equity. Diba? So dun pa lang sa heading guys, makikilala nyo na kung ang statement or ang kanyang financial statement ay para sa single ownership, para sa partnership, o para sa corporation. Okay? So, still, may capital beginning, tapos meron pa ring increases at decreases. Okay, tingnan natin to. Ilang notes. The difference between the two are as follows. Yung shareholder instead na owner ang ginamit. Pangalawa, unlimited number of shareholders. Unlike partnership, names are not included in the statement of and instead the corporation do have their own lists of shareholders. So hindi na iniisa-isa yung pangalan kung sino man yung mga shareholders kasi kung marami yan ako, di ba? Hindi na kailangan basta shareholders na lang. Sabi nga dito, sa record naman nila, alam nila kung sino-sino yon. Okay? The capital account is called share capital, just like owners being shareholders. Diba? Share capital. Share issuance is used instead of additional investment. Issuance of shares are done once shares are sold to shareholders, and this increases the share capital of the corporation. Okay ha, tandaan nyo ha. Issuance of shares ang ginamit na term. Hindi siya additional investment. Okay, instead of withdrawals, distribution of net income to shareholders decreases the capital of the corporation. Okay, di ba? Kung meron tayong withdrawal by the owner, meron din tayong partners withdrawal. Ang tawag naman dito ay distribution. of net income. Diba? Ito ay sa corporation. Diba? Paano dinidistribute? Diba? Merong mga dividends tayong tinatawag. So, yun na yun. Kaya nga sabi natin, pagka lesson na kayo sa corporation, maybe ito ay sa college nyo na, yan, makukuha nyo pa, mapapag-aralan nyo pa yung details tungkol dyan sa mga capital stock at saka dividends tapos retained earnings. So yan, basta ang distribution ay katumbas ng withdrawal. Yan. At ito ay nagpapabawas ng capital ng korporasyon. In computing for the ending capital in the SCE, you just need to follow this formula. No, ending capital is equals to beginning capital plus increases to equity minus decreases to equity. Yan, no? Ang sagot dyan, ending capital. Have a nice day, guys. Thank you.